the vibrant town of Sunyani, nestled between lush hills and flowing rivers, lived a young woman named Ajwa. She was known for her warm smile, kind heart, and unwavering dedication to her work as a teacher. Ajwa loved her students and took pride in shaping young minds, always going the extra mile to ensure their success. But Ajwa had a secret, a small, seemingly harmless secret that she had kept from everyone, including her closest friends and family. Every night, after grading papers and preparing lesson plans, Ajwa would retreat to her cozy little attic where she indulged in her true passion, writing. She wrote stories of love, adventure, and mystery, pouring her heart and soul into each tale. Her dream was to become a published author, but fear of failure and rejection kept her from sharing her work with the world. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the town, Ajwa received a call from her best friend, Isi. "Ajwa, you won't believe this. There's a nationwide writing contest with a grand prize of a publishing deal. You have to enter," Isi exclaimed excitedly. Ajwa's heart raced. This was the opportunity she had been waiting for, but doubt and fear gnawed at her. "I don't know, Isi. What if my stories aren't good enough?" she replied hesitantly. "Nonsense," Isi insisted. "You're an amazing writer, and this is your chance to make your dream come true. Promise me you'll enter." After much persuasion, Ajwa agreed to submit one of her stories under a pseudonym. She spent the next few nights perfecting her submission, pouring her heart into every word. With a deep breath, she sent it off, hoping for the best. Weeks passed, and life went on as usual. Ajwa continued to teach, finding joy in her students' progress. She tried to push thoughts of the contest to the back of her mind, but they lingered like a whisper in the wind. One fateful afternoon, as Ajwa was wrapping up her lesson, the principal, Mr. Osei, walked into her classroom with a solemn expression. "Ajwa, may I speak with you in my office?" he asked. Confused and slightly anxious, Ajwa followed him. As she entered the office, she was met with a sight she never expected, a group of reporters and a cameraman, all focused on her. "Ajwa, it seems you have a talent you've been keeping from us," Mr. Osei said, a hint of a smile playing on his lips. "Your story won the writing contest, and the organizers are here to interview you." Shock and disbelief washed over Ajwa. She had won? Her mind raced as she processed the news. The reporters bombarded her with questions, eager to learn more about the mysterious writer who had captivated the nation. As the interview progressed, the joy and excitement of winning began to fade, replaced by a growing sense of unease. Ajwa had kept her writing a secret for so long, and now it was out in the open for everyone to see. She felt vulnerable and exposed, her private world thrust into the spotlight. In the days that followed, Ajwa's life changed dramatically. Her story was published, and she received praise from readers and critics alike. The town of Sunyani buzzed with excitement, celebrating their local hero. But with the praise came scrutiny as people began to dig into her personal life, looking for more secrets to uncover. One evening, as Ajwa sat in her attic, trying to write, she heard a knock on her door. She opened it to find Isi standing there, concern etched on her face. "Ajwa, there's something you need to know," Isi said, her voice trembling. Isi revealed that a tabloid had published an article claiming that Ajwa's story was plagiarized. They had found similarities between her work and an obscure novel published decades ago. The scandal spread like wildfire, tarnishing Ajwa's reputation and causing her immense stress and anxiety. Determined to clear her name, Ajwa enlisted the help of a lawyer, Mr. Quaim, who specialized in intellectual property. Together, they worked tirelessly, to gather evidence and prove her innocence. Adjoa's students and fellow teachers stood by her, offering their unwavering support. As the investigation progressed, Mr. Coyne discovered that the author of the obscure novel was none other than Adjoa's estranged aunt, Yaa. Yaa had disappeared from the family years ago, leaving behind a trail of mystery and unanswered questions. Adjoa had no idea that her aunt was a writer or that her work had influenced her own stories. With this new information, Adjoa reached out to her aunt, hoping to understand the truth. Yaa, now living in a secluded village, was surprised to hear from her niece. They met, and Yaa shared her story, revealing that she had always admired Adjoa's writing from afar. She had never meant for her work to cause any harm, and was willing to support Adjoa in clearing her name. Together, they presented their findings to the contest organizers and the public. Yaa confirmed that Adjoa's story was original, and that any similarities were purely coincidental. The truth was finally revealed, and Adjoa's name was cleared. The experience had taken a toll on Adjoa, but it also brought her closer to her family and strengthened her resolve. She continued to write, now with the support of her aunt and the love of her friends and community. Her little secret had turned into a huge scandal, but it had also led to a deeper understanding of herself and her passion for writing. The scandal had left Adjoa feeling vulnerable and shaken. The experience had been a roller coaster of emotions, and now that the truth was out, she needed time to heal and regain her sense of self. Azai, always the supportive friend, suggested a trip to the countryside for some much-needed relaxation and reflection. Adjoa and Isi packed their bags and headed to a serene cottage by the river, surrounded by lush greenery and the soothing sounds of nature. The change of scenery provided a welcome respite from the chaos that had enveloped Adjoa's life. As they settled into the cozy cottage, Adjoa found herself reflecting on the events that had unfolded. The scandal had tested her resilience, but it had also revealed her inner strength and the unwavering support of those who loved her. One evening, as they sat by the riverbank, Isai turned to Adjoa. "You know, this whole experience has shown me just how strong you are," she said. "You've faced so much, but you've come out stronger on the other side." Adjoa smiled, feeling a sense of gratitude for her friend's words. "Thank you, Isi. I couldn't have done it without you and everyone who stood by me," she replied. With her name cleared and her spirit rejuvenated, Adjoa returned to Sunyani, ready to embark on a new chapter of her life. She continued to teach, finding solace and joy in her students' progress. Her writing, once a secret passion, was now embraced by the community, and she began to share her stories more openly. Adjoa's newfound confidence also led her to explore new opportunities. She was invited to speak at literary events and workshops, where she shared her journey and inspired aspiring writers to pursue their dreams. Her story became a beacon of hope for those who faced their own challenges and doubts. One day, Adjoa received an invitation to participate in a prestigious writers' conference in the city. The conference brought together writers, publishers, and literary enthusiasts from all over the country. Adjoa saw this as an opportunity to further her career and connect with like-minded individuals. At the conference, Adjoa met Kofi, a renowned author known for his captivating novels and insightful essays. Kofi was impressed by Adjoa's story and the resilience she had shown in the face of adversity. They struck up a conversation, sharing their love for writing and their experiences in the literary world. As the conference progressed, Adjoa and Kofi grew closer, finding in each other a kindred spirit. Kofi offered to mentor Adjoa, providing guidance and support as she navigated her burgeoning writing career. Grateful for the opportunity, Adjoa accepted his mentorship, eager to learn and grow as a writer. Under Kofi's mentorship, Adjua's writing flourished. She published her first novel, a story of love, perseverance, and redemption, drawing inspiration from her own experiences. The novel received critical acclaim and resonated with readers, solidifying Adjua's place in the literary world. Despite her success, Adjua remained humble and grounded. She continued to teach and give back to her community, using her platform to advocate for education and literacy. She also reconnected with her Aunt Yaya, forging a bond that had been absent for so many years. Together, they shared stories, exchanged ideas, and supported each other in their writing endeavors. One day, as Adjua and Yaya sat in the garden, Yaya handed her a worn leather journal. "This belonged to your grandmother," Yaya said softly. "She was also a writer, and her words have always been a source of strength for me. I think it's time you had it." Tears welled up in Adjua's eyes as she accepted the journal. She opened it to find